the Admiral asked. Nick placed a hand on his back, ushering him slightly forward. "Admiral Bailey, let me introduce my boyfriend, Cameron Byrne, Assistant Special Agent in charge of the FBI field office in San Francisco." The Admiral looked impressed, greeting him warmly, and Cam was doubly surprised. One, that they hadn't gotten any shit, including from the Admiral, over their relationship, and two, that Nick had so fully embraced their no more hiding decision. He suspected the former was a testament to the respect Nick had earned as a SEAL sniper, then JAG attorney. As for the latter, they'd revealed their relationship to friends and family 2 months ago, officially moved in together, and Nick had filled in a 2 on the RSVP card for tonight's event for Nick's commanding JAG officer's retirement. It had been everything Cam had wanted and more, and so far, without any blowback. On Veterans Day, Nick deserved to be honored as well, celebrating the victories as he'd told Nick they needed to do more of, and Cam had another celebration in mind, for here at the party, before the naked celebrating they'd do in private later. He waited until the Admiral moved on to other guests, then tangled his fingers with Nick's, tugging him off the rail and into the crowd. "You need another drink?" Nick asked. "No, I need something else." Nick trailed close behind him, snaking his arm around his waist. "There are no stairwells open to below deck. They're all roped off. I already checked." Good to know he wasn't the only one dealing with a case of want-to-jump-my-boyfriend. He kissed the underside of Nick's jaw, inhaling his spicy aftershave. "Want to hold you close and do something else." The crowd parted for them at the edge of the dance floor, and Nick slammed on the brakes, shaking his head. "Nuh-uh, no way." "What exactly do you have against dancing?" "I don't do it." Nick's gaze was locked on the parquet floor, some memory giving his eyes a pained gleam. Cam had thought Nick's aversion to dancing had more to do with his inner control freak, but that look on his face indicated something else and only encouraged Cam to press. Nick had helped him past some of his biggest fears. Cam wanted to return the favor for the man he loved. Positioning himself between the dance floor and Nick, Cam slid his hands under the hem of Nick's jacket and flared his fingers over his hips. "That's a lie." He coasted his hands farther back, teasing the top of Nick's firm, round ass. "I've seen you at Gravity, moving to the music when you think no one's watching." Cam swayed, trying and failing to move Nick with him. "Dance with me, baby." Torture flared in his eyes and tinged his voice. "The last time—" Cam lifted a hand, cradling his cheek. "So it's not that you can't dance, or that you don't want to?" Nick nuzzled his palm. "There's nothing I don't want to do with you." Heart swelling, trying to beat out of his chest, Cam followed it to Nick's lips, capturing them in a soft, gentle brush. "Don't think about the last time," he whispered. "Just think about this time, here with me." He moved again, a slight shift of his feet, and Nick swayed with him. Cam wanted to cheer. He wanted to celebrate like his 7th grade self had done after his first middle school dance with no injured toes. Nick's small relieved sigh made him want to do it all the louder on the dance floor. He wove their fingers together again and pulled Nick forward. One shiny wingtip hit the parquet, then Nick froze. "You can do—" Cam started. "Call." Nick brandished his phone. The screen lit with an incoming call from Aiden, Cam's FBI partner and their friend and landlord. Cam muttered an Irish curse at the Irishman for interrupting, but if it was about work, the house, or their cat Aiden was pet-sitting, they needed to know what was going on. Cam rolled his eyes with a nod, and Nick, smiling, lifted the phone to his ear. "Tally, what's up?" A moment later, Nick's lean, muscled frame stiffened. His smile vanished, and his hand around Cam's tightened, nearly cutting off his circulation. "When?" Nick clipped. Then after an answer Cam couldn't hear, said, "We're on our way." He meant it, too.